Hello everyone, welcome back to another live stream. Today is 24th, right? So it's Christmas weekend. So first and foremost, Merry Christmas everyone who celebrates this. Who celebrates Christmas? Merry Christmas to you and your families. You guys have a great weekend with your families. Have a good time, enjoy good food, and good conversations with your family, right? So it's this end of the year period. The market, as you know, it's a little bit quiet. It's slow. Good thing is that actually this year, at least Christmas and New Year's is going to be during the weekend, so that's not exactly day offs in the market, but you can see the volatility that has been going on in the market. So yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. I hope you guys stay disciplined with your trading plan, your execution. That's the most important thing. There are maybe some good opportunities, especially in the lower time frames. There's maybe something that you could have got. Euro dollar, for example, if you did catch some of those tops or bottoms, price is just ranging without really moving anywhere. Maybe you guys got some opportunities in there. Today is going to be a little bit a shorter stream. However, Saturday usually we go through the different assets that I pay attention to from the major FX, some of the indices, and we finish always with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah, so we're going to go through those assets again and trying to predict maybe some moves for next week. That's usually what we do on this Saturday live stream. If you have any levels, any asset any pair that you want me to take a look at, feel free to comment. Feel free to interact. Yeah, let's have a good stream. Usually I start with the dollar index. One of the reasons is because I like how by analyzing the dollar index alone I can get so much information that I can use then for the other major FX pairs, especially euro dollar. Of course, the correlation is mostly with euro dollar, but not alone, right? You can get more information as well to the other major FX related to the dollar, and that's why I like to start with the dollar index. During this year, I actually started to analyze as well euro index and yen index. It's also some others, two other indices that it can provide me with good information of maybe what you could expect from then trading the individual currency pairs, right? You can get a lot of information here if it's in alignment with a good level as well in the individual currency pair. That's a great confluence that I like to look at and to take advantage of when I'm doing my analysis. So dollar index, what do we have? Right, it has been in here since for the last basically 10 days. After the move down during the CPI on the 13, price basically has been ranging, right? It did create a dead supply with the move down. Price hasn't really broken above that supply. It has retested a few times. This week, personally, I was even looking for or paying attention to this one in here, right? It was a key level that I was looking for in order to see if it would be broken and maybe price would like to go higher, or if by any chance price could still kind of move upwards from the lows in here. But as long as it doesn't really break this level, eventually I'm expecting maybe more of an extra leg down. Dollar index, as I mentioned as well on Tuesday. Tuesday is another day that I do and then I go live on YouTube. It's a little bit more educational content, but we do look at the current price action that you can see. I mentioned that I'm not really satisfied, or I could see easily a new low being created on the dollar index. I think price may want to go and take this one on the left side, which was not taken yet. So it's something that I have, I keep an eye on. Price is literally kind of in this compression moving here. Most recently in this range at this level. Let's change this. In here, even if price breaks above it, I think there's maybe still a few levels in here, but I would definitely prefer to see first the low being taken and then maybe the move, an extra move to the upside. There's maybe something in here as well to pay attention to, and eventually I wouldn't be surprised if you do feel all this range, right? So we have all this range being created in here. Eventually I would like to see that being filled and filled to the upside, with special attention to this level in here, right? It's something that I'll be paying attention to. Eventually when we break it, how price is going to react somewhere around this area. This price can easily still go there and then kind of resume again the move to the downside when we're testing this key level that we have in here around 119, 109 and 110 mark on the dollar index. Aside from that, looking a little bit more to the left side and maybe underneath these lows, what we do have this kind of demand zone in there. That's kind of in alignment with retesting the high from COVID around this level 103, which is something that price can literally go to around this level, which is just underneath this at this point double low that we created in here. So that's something that I'm going to be paying attention to, with the chance of even targeting this low altogether, and going actually maybe below this low before maybe a final retracement to the upside, which is also an option. But yes, we can see how dollar has been fighting with this level, not really breaking above it. And yeah, let's see what's going to happen. Eventually we're going to have that retracement to the upside. Question mark is going to still be around this level, or price is actually going to create a new low before making that move. Personally, I'm still looking for a new low to be created, which doesn't really need to happen on the euro dollar, because I like where the euro dollar is reacting to. We'll see what's going to happen. So this is for the dollar index. Next week going to be another ranging week, similarly to what we had these last few days, maybe. Of course, it's the last week of the year. Let's see how many people actually is going to be active in the market next week. Maybe it's good. Maybe it would be wiser to spend some time maybe journaling, setting up new plans for 2023, instead of trying to force trades if the market is not really moving next week. We'll see, and everyone can decide to do whatever they want. Just don't feel the rush or the need to open trades if there isn't anything in your trading plan. More often than not, those end up being a losing trade than a winning. The euro index, something that we have been paying attention to during these last few weeks, months, since basically broke this high. That we were looking for price to eventually fill out this range and get all the way until these highs in here that were back from the summer, back in June. And this is something that we're looking for on the euro index. Yeah, price indeed didn't really move just in a straight line. You can see how many times price actually was creating new higher highs, but retesting key levels, spending a little bit of time in those levels, and then finally moving to the upside. I'm happy with where this euro index is reacting, and maybe that's one of the reasons as well that maybe could see also the euro dollar maybe to have a little bit of more of a move to the downside, since this one is also reacting from a good level. It reached there during the ECB press conference 10 days ago. If we do look at a little bit of the bigger picture, just to see if it makes sense, if this is kind of the final destination for this move upwards. So we don't really have that much data on the left side, so I have no clue where this wall is reacting from. The maximum I have is from February, March of 2020, around COVID. Before that, we don't have any data in here. But personally, yes, this is a good level. This high in here is it's an important zone, and you have this left shoulder in here that can easily keep price down. On the other hand, if price does indeed wants to go a little bit higher, this will be the next level that I'll be paying attention to, right? You can see the space that is still created in here. None of these highs actually reach there. So there is still that option. If the euro wants to actually continue to go a little bit higher, there is the option to just take out these highs altogether and maybe go there and then retrace. Or what price can even do is even just take these highs first without even reaching the final destination. Just take them a little bit, retracement, and then eventually in the future it's going to go there. Now maybe use this high that was created in here as liquidity to then actually go into that level and then turn and move out the way, right? So sometimes we see that happening on price. After the break of an important highs, instead of price going straight into the next level, it's just going to reverse first, opens the door that wants to go higher, and only afterwards it actually fills the space and it goes there. So yes, key levels, I'm okay with where Euro Index reacted to. I could still see price going a little bit higher. If by any chance, if then we do break above this level, that's a different story. Then we start looking exactly at the higher highs of the level, right? So we start paying attention to, for example, in here, this is already done. You had this compression, we have this break of above, we have already this supply level. This basically taken already by this move upwards. There's maybe something in here as well with these lows that this size fake out. So there's maybe something still in there to be played with. Not sure about the highs, if there's anything at the highs or not. This one already is sending goof to the upside. Price have taken, no, not even there. Yeah, so eventually these highs can be actually taken. The price can eventually go higher in there. And here, price can go to that supply level, which is already basically taken in there, in here, and keep following it. There's maybe something in there as well above these highs that price can still react from. We are looking at the daily time frame, right? So these are daily levels for sure. In the intraday, you can see some reactions from happening in there whenever price goes there in the future. So yeah, find those fresh levels that were left behind and that price hasn't taken them yet. Even better if they're in alignment with some left shoulders or support resistance levels along the way. But then try to read the rest of the price action that is going on in terms of the story, which targets to look for, and so on. Maybe the only trade that is going to be happening from here is maybe just this: go up, sell there, retest of this level, and maybe price will just continue to go higher. Maybe. So we'll see, right? You need to pay attention to how price is going to be approaching this level. If it's going to be already breaking lows before that, that's maybe the option now for a bigger turn, and maybe price now can target this level, whatever it may be, right? So it's important to pay attention to how price is approaching the levels, and if it's already breaking lows on the way up, right? So it's something that I mention quite often. So yeah, so let's see what the Euro Index is going to do. There's actually more room maybe to the upside, but it's at this point it reached one target in there, definitely. Yeah, looking at the yen. Yen is creating this double top, right? In which we reached and touched this high in here. Yen was the biggest move of the week last Tuesday night, when the BOG decided to change the bond yield from 0.25% to 0.5%, the cap on the bonds, and we saw the big spike to the upside, even bigger than when eventually they intervened a few months ago. So yes, we created this double top. Personally, I think eventually we may have a little bit more of a room to the upside and maybe actually taking this double top altogether. But for now, price kind of reacted from there. It's ranging at this point. Of course, we do have maybe this level in here to pay attention to. On the lower time frame, there's maybe something in there still to look for. Actually, this wall already broke it in there. Yeah, price can target maybe at this point. It may be targeting this wall in here. We have this supply at this point in there that price can go to and react from. It looks nice, to be honest. This one is already been taken by all this. Nice thing goof in there. Eventually price of course has that one. But yeah, price can easily go up, take out these highs, go a little bit higher, take it, and maybe resume the move to the downside, maybe targeting these lows in here. That's something to be paying attention to in here on the dollar yen, on the yen index. Aside from that, nothing much, right? The move to the upside, that was something that we were looking at as well when price broke this high, and when price broke this high as well. I've been looking for longs since, or to move to the upside since kind of since we had this behavior. Again, we are not really trading this yen index, but we are trading the individual yen currency pairs. And yes, I was looking definitely for shorts on euro yen all that period of time when that happened. So yeah, at this point, price reached the high. It's time kind of to wait and see which levels or what's next. If price breaks above it, it's information that we gather. If price breaks below this low, so maybe price that we gather as well, and how price is going to react from where these levels. So that was it on the end. Back to the indices. This was the trade, one trade of the week. This was a call that I did in the live room with the guys. Especially, yeah, I think most of them, S&P and NASDAQ moving quite similarly. We had a target, like we were looking at this specific demand, right, as a target to the downside, and that price would eventually go and reach to. So yeah, I was looking for all these shorts in here as well since last week with the major, during all that, the major week when we had CPI, FOMC and so on. So looking for price to move down, and this was a natural target to look for, like we had this demand zone. And what happened is that price reversed before reaching that final destination. Price reversed just above it, right? We can read a little bit to uncertainty and maybe to doubt in terms of is price actually going to go and start going all the way up from here without even touching the demand zone in there, or what is it going to, let's see what's going to do, right? And we need to trust our analysis. If you do see, if you have such a clear level and a higher time frame important zone in there, if price by any chance is retracing even before reaching there, it's almost as a bonus that price is offering us. It's kind of as a gift. Because what we need to, or what we should be looking for, is continue to be looking for sales as soon as price kind of retraces into a good level. Just keep looking for sales. Because at this point you still have a target, a clear target that you would like to see price going to, which would be this clean demand zone, similar to the S&P that we had in here. Yeah, that key level in there. It was clear. The lows, this low never really reached there, and this was a level to pay attention to, right? So we had kind of this rectangle or this zone in here to fulfill. Price eventually got there, and then just a massive drop to the downside, like almost from basically from this level all the way through the demand. Price reached the demand, and then of course at this point maybe you wanted to look for ones in here, which maybe it was possible, but the space is done, right? So the space that we were looking for has been completed. So that was a target for any sales that maybe you're looking for. So at this point, yes, maybe looking for sales can be a little bit trickier. Maybe looking for longs could be the potential scenario after we reach that level and you start seeing that price actually is reversing. At this point, of course, now we're going to be within this range. So let's see which direction price actually is going to break first or not. Personally, I'm still actually even looking for a potential other demand zone a little bit underneath it, even more on the NASDAQ. In here on the S&P, there's even maybe a little bit more room to the downside to go to, but on NASDAQ actually I was looking for price to, or I have an eye on this other demand zone, just underneath that, underneath this walls. This was created during the CPI back in November. I remember that I was already looking for this level, which kind of price never really got there because the high kind of stopped it before. So this level is still fresh, and it's a zone that I'm going to be looking for in the indices. Maybe price can continue to drop and eventually maybe get to this level. And let's see how price is going to be behaving here. Going to show signs of reverse, or by any chance it's just going to kind of break it and maybe use this level as the opposite instead of as a long, as a short, and maybe create newer lows altogether in here on NASDAQ. Yeah, that's basically for the indices. At this point we had a clear level that we were looking for price to go to, and it reached there. So that level has been taken, has been reached, and now it's time to reassess again to see what's next in here. Dow Jones quite similar, not exactly the demand zone on the left side. On the Dow, personally I'm still looking for more sales as well. I would like to see actually price eventually filling out this level. So there's still a little bit more room to go until we get there. There's maybe something in here that price can go to, even though if it's there, it's still far away from it. We may have taken this low, so maybe this is a move to the downside this week. Yeah, there's maybe this level still here to look for. There's maybe a new supply that has been created even in here. Price maybe can use, and price can continue to move down. Yeah, so let's see what's going to happen in here, in there, or even respect that level, to continue to look for more sales. Yeah, personally I'm really looking for price to hopefully fill this range all the way until there. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But for me, there's a little bit more room to downside. Of course, price can go higher first, get some more sell orders before maybe resuming the move. This is a key level. This was a demand zone that was still fresh. Price just took it right below this low. Let's see what's going to happen. Next. DAX filled straight away the range that we were looking for, all the way till this, till that demand zone in there. It reacted from it. So let's see what's next as well. We kind of broke a little bit above this highs, but now of course there are more barriers in here to see price reacting from that can hold price down. So yeah, let's see what's next on the DAX. But now this move that we talked about during this last month or so, eventually it worked out. But I still managed to do this final fake out before actually the drop. But there was this initial range that we were looking for after price kind of broke this level, looking to fill the range, which was all the way through this demand zone. And eventually when it did break below this level, yes, next destination it will be definitely this level in here. In this case, when price actually broke it, it just kind of continued straight away. Maybe there was a good short in here when this was retraced without really reaching there. So this could have been maybe a good opportunity. However, yes, when it did broke this low, there was never that deep retrace to then look for that sell. Price cannot just continue now in here. So yeah, sometimes that may happen. Yeah, taking advantage when price does retrace and does have deep retracements after opening space without reaching the final target. Those who are for sure one of the best trading opportunities that you may have. But yeah, this is for the indices I usually look for. Let me know if you also look at what type of assets do you actually look for, and what you're looking for next week. What are you looking for next week, and are you going to be trading next week? That can be a good question as well. yeah, this was a kind of a demand zone in there. Price can go definitely react from here a little bit. This is the extreme. Thank you for subscribing, man. I didn't really catch your name, but thank you for subscribing. And yes, if you haven't subscribed, feel free to do it. Hey, Faden, how are you, man? Merry Christmas, man. I missed you. I missed you in the streams. Yeah, DAX. Price kind of, yeah, took this low already, right? There's a chance maybe to even retest just these highs. Maybe dropping. We'll see. We'll see. Personally, on the US indices, I could still see a little bit more room to downside on this one. Of course, price can go further down, but where it's reacting from, and I don't really see the need to do that. Of course, price can literally go and continue to go down. If you do break below this level, in here, if you do break below somewhere in there, I think maybe you can have more room to the downside on the DAX. There's maybe something else in there, but eventually maybe we can kind of resume. Something that could happen is actually price kind of retest this level now, break below this level, gives indication it wants to go down, maybe all the way until maybe here or even below that. Yes, something in there. But before I actually reach that level, now can actually retrace. Now can take something from here, and now it can go down, right? Kind of using these highs in the future to as a level to fake out. Okay. No, it's this one. Yeah. There's a level here in the future. Actually fake out and then drop. And finally reach this level. Somewhere in there. So yeah, let's see. That could be a good scenario. And it's something that we see quite happening quite often, which eventually kind of becomes this setup, where this high is basically this high in here. Yeah, price can just literally go there and have something in here and then drop. This could be something to happen as well on the DAX. We'll see. All right, so let's take a look at major FX. Right, then have you been active? I know you have. You have catching euro dollar anytime it gets to the highs, catching those extremes. Yeah, the most annoying. Jesus, look at this price action in here. This is so. Yeah, on the of course on the lower time frame, yes, you can maybe find your opportunities. Yeah, props to you. But yeah, I'm still kind of looking for price to maybe get a little bit higher in there and then maybe finally turning. And it's going to be interesting to see what finally euro is going to do. As I mentioned, I kind of like where the high is reacting to on the left side. It's a weekly, monthly, even 4 hour zone. Like it's a good level. It's a good level on the 4 hour time frame. On the higher time frame, it occurred similar to the euro index. It went there during the ECB press conference, and then kind of it dropped to the downside. I managed to break even these lows as well. At this point, it's basically retesting this support resistance. Doesn't really reach the demand zone. But I would like to see euro going further down. Of course, there's still maybe this level in here that can hold price. Eventually, I would like, there's still this demand zone in here at 104.770. It's a zone as well to keep an eye on, since price never really reached there. Yes, something in there. 104.760, just below these lows. Price can have some kind of reaction in there, maybe a little bit of a retracement before maybe continue to the downside. But eventually, I would like to see almost all these being taken, price maybe reaching all the way until these lows, or even targeting these lows altogether. Right, euro has been moving in this bullish market since basically end of September, and eventually we are going to see that that retracement. Now, what you have seen in here for the last 10 days, it's what can you say, right? Nothing much. Eventually touching this level, go higher and doing something like this, maybe, or the opposite, going up, retesting this level, going up and going down. So we'll see, right? Whatever it may, whatever way you think that price is going to move away from this range, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. Like if you were about to think in terms of how can they manipulate as many people as possible in here to make it look like it will be working, something that you would maybe ask yourself, it would be, okay, let's pretend that price actually wants to go further down, right? So if that's the case, how can I give the impression that actually price wants to do the opposite, actually go higher? For example, yeah, that could be one scenario. Maybe breaking first this low, making believe that euro actually is going to go down. So we're already taking a few stop losses from everyone that is buying somewhere in there. And then everyone, of course, as soon as they see this low being broken, they're going to levels that people are going to be looking for sales is on the retest of this level, expecting something like this, right? That's scenario 1 that people are going to be looking for. Break of this level, retest, go and drop. The second scenario to be, yeah, go down and maybe retest again these highs and go down from here. It's mostly maybe what everyone usually maybe trades these kind of setups, ranges, as breakout setups. So maybe what I would be looking for is, yeah, breakdown and then still go higher and take even the orders from all these guys, and then yes, and then maybe drop. Or even the fourth scenario, it will be altogether to even create a new high somehow, faking out even this high in here. It depends where we are on reacting to on the left side. Maybe in the lower time frame we can find a better level than this one where price is reacting so far, and then maybe even drop all the way through, right? So we'll see. The white scenario, the yellow scenario, I'm not going to be participating on that. If it starts going towards the red scenario and the blue scenario, I will be looking for those sells on the euro. Yeah, so it's patient time on the euro. I don't know how you guys are going to be approaching euro, but that's how I'll be looking for. With the scenario, of course, if you do break below this low, with scenario eventually to maybe catch all the move down. Yeah, so let's see what the euro is going to do. Yeah, but at this point I actually still see maybe a little bit of a level in there. Price can still touch it. But yeah, I'm not going to be trading anything within this level. Just going to be waiting. Pound dollar, a little bit different scenario to the to the euro, right? Euro is basically in a horizontal rectangle in there. Pound at least is kind of more in the channel, going down a little bit. I still see a little bit more room to the downside. With one of the last streams, maybe 1 month ago, something like that, with Faden, I think we had kind of made a bet or something like that about a level. I think his level somewhere in here. Mine was somewhere in there or in here. With mine kind of had some kind of reaction, but it was just a small one on an intraday. I think he won. I think his reaction was maybe a little bit higher. I don't know if it still catch this level in here. On him, it was a little bit farther down. So yeah, I think he won in that regard. But I think both of us were still actually looking for price to go down. I think when we did that, we were looking for price to go still from here and then go higher. Since this will never really reach our level, after that, price yes could still react from there, but I was looking for price to actually just continue eventually to break the levels and go down. So it will be a different story if price reacts from here before making this final leg up, or if it reacts now in the future from here. It's just a smaller reaction until eventually maybe price continues to go down. And this can be a good level, and eventually price can go all the way through and even respect this low instead. So yeah, so let's see what the pound is going to be doing. There's maybe something in here still to pay attention to. How this level almost, yeah, it's compressing on the way down. Eventually price is going to go above this high as well. There's something in here to look for it. Look maybe for some entry, maybe this level, maybe this level. I'm not sure about this. Maybe the base of it can be interesting. Aside from that, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's a munch, yeah. A lot of traditional food, traditional Christmas food. Some Greek traditional food. I haven't spent Christmas in Greece yet. Maybe next year. My girlfriend is from Greece, right? So I've spent more summertime in Greece than Christmas. Christmas has been in Portugal, but maybe next time. Just some pasta. Yeah, I actually had pasta yesterday. Most likely I will have pasta again this lunchtime. So yeah, maybe next year. We may go spend Christmas in Greece. So I'll try the sweets. Even though I'm not a big sweet guy in terms of desserts and cakes and stuff. You mentioned 2168. Yeah, well, I'm looking at this level exactly. Is it the same 2168, right? Yeah. I noticed that this high got short in there, kind of didn't really reach that level. So I was also looking at that level in here. That's actually where I was looking maybe for a short in there this week. Price got shy in there. And then 2120. 2120. Yeah. Yep. I agree, man. It's a good level as well. Yep, I agree. I can see those exact spots that you are mentioning. However, I start not enjoying when you have such a strong compression. Eventually, price may wants to go through. Maybe for intraday, maybe there's some reactions to expect from these levels. I kind of like really this 2168. But yeah, I start being a little bit uncomfortable then when you have so many close to each other. But yeah, I could see that one. I could see that one. I like them. Yep. Yeah, it's quite compressed. How this move down. Eventually, my idea it would be either for price to kind of completely eventually take all of this, and start looking for orders somewhere outside this level. So then actually I believe we're going to still have that massive or bigger drop in here. I think there's still something in there that price can literally go upwards, eventually correct, and we finally can enjoy a proper move down. So yeah, throughout next week, maybe price is going to be still bouncing in between these levels. So yeah, of course, with the right approach, maybe we can find good opportunities in there. Has this been taken already? Not sure if I'll be looking for anything within this level, or if I'll be waiting just for price actually to go through somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah, pounds. And that was, of course, maybe somewhere in there can occur. No, I haven't done yen yet. Yeah, nothing. The yen we can do that now. What to look for? I've been looking at his compression. Okay, price reacted from that level. I actually had a zone in there when it was created. Didn't even remember that. I would like to see eventually this low being taken. This is a massive low on the weekly, monthly, I think monthly, yeah, even monthly time frame. I would like to see, I think, that level to be taken, and maybe price can go a little bit farther down before maybe turning, even somewhere in there or somewhere in there. We have these lows that we just broke this week. There's maybe something in there to actually price already touched that level in here. So that demand zone that was left behind, price actually already took it away on the way down. So that could have been a good sell in there. Yeah, basically I've been trying to follow through some demand level. Yeah, this one has been taken. This one I think has been taken by this one. This one broke the lows, didn't really reach the demand zone, so maybe there's still something somewhere in there. All this one has been taken as well. So we're building up that compression level on the way up. Eventually maybe we can have a sell-off in here on the yen. Question mark it would be, are we going to go all the way through and break the lows, or are we going to still respect something in here? There's maybe something at these lows that can hold price up. Maybe price can just go below this level and eventually maybe resume to the upside. Yeah, you would like 132 to hold price to bring it up. 132 3210. I think I'm already looking at what you're looking at. Yeah, something in here, right? Kind of agreeing on that level. Yeah, this low never really got there. It's a little bit higher that you mentioned. 13210. Yeah, somewhere in here, right? Somewhere in this level that we had this good move upwards. Has been touched a few times as well, and we have these lows in here. These lows to kind of been taken. Yeah, this one has been taken by this one. There's maybe something in here that can still hold price a little bit. We had this spike occurring yesterday during the PCE. We may have this level still in here, or price can actually go a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Yeah, we're kind of looking at the same stuff. Something in there as well, aligned with these left shoulders, can hold price up, price down. Yeah, this one, it was really nicely touched. So at these highs, kind of have this level. There's maybe something at these highs that can still be used. Yeah, this one in here, it was perfectly taken in here, so that's done. something a little bit above it. This level can be interesting, where price kind of pauses, retraces, and then eventually breaks through. But usually these levels can be quite nice for the future. Is it even aligned with something? A little bit. We have that level. So yeah, why do I have this line in there? Okay, maybe. Maybe something in there. Is this level been taken? The second line up. Yeah, it has been taken now. Okay, it's been taken. Yeah, that's on, right? Yeah. And this level in here as well. So this one has been taken already by these highs. Of course, there's maybe something in here. We'll see how price is going to open next week. There's maybe something in here, even aligned with this left shoulder. So there's maybe something in there that price can use. Let it go down a little bit and then maybe kind of retrace and maybe resume to the downside. This could be an option, maybe. Where it just took out these highs as well. So this could be an option on the yen. Yeah, and maybe this level that you are talking about, maybe that could be, because on the on the yen index, which level was I looking for before? I think I was looking for something in here, which could lead also kind of to kind of retrace and then go down from here. And if it goes down from here, it's go up from the dollar yen, which is around this level. So it was a level that was created on the 22nd, 23rd. So maybe something in there that price could maybe go up and kind of then go down. If that's about to happen in here, does that coincide at the same time? Around the 22nd as well? The 2nd, 23rd. Yeah. It's around that level. Maybe if the dollar yen, if the yen index actually goes there, maybe it's a similar reaction from here as well. Which is going to be interesting. Yeah. I like this level still as well. 133019. Maybe for a sell, of course. It depends how price is going to open next week. It's too close to the opening. Yeah. That's the dollar yen, euro yen. Euro yen was something that I was looking also as well this week for potential sales. There's maybe something in here that price can hold it, or even this one in here. So yeah, price can maybe go there, maybe continue to go higher. Price is reacting from this level. We have all this. For some reason, I have a box in there. This was a nice reaction from this level. We have this spike in there, and price react exactly from there. There's maybe a little bit more room to the downside that can occur. But we'll see, right? So again, the move down, this was a clear engulf to the downside, and price kind of reached a potential target, which was somewhere in here. Price did reach that level with this big spike down. Now price, of course, is retracing a little bit. Price can still maybe create a new low before reversing, but this is enough for now. It's a level that has been touched and respected. Therefore, it's a little bit trickier to just force sells just because it is managing targets in there. Yeah, this looks like a nice a nice compression, and price maybe looks actually going down in there. On the 4 time frame, yeah, price is just reacting from this supply that has been reacted, and eventually can go a little bit closer to this one in here. I'm faking out all these highs. Yeah, so maybe a little bit more room to the downside as well. On the Euro Yen, they're moving quite similar, Euro Yen and the dollar Yen. So yeah, so we'll see what's going to happen. Aussie, yeah, this was the setup I wanted to have taken, and I didn't. I didn't really catch it the short in there. It moved all the way back to respect its lows. Personally, I think there's more room to the downside as well in here. Curious to see again how price is going to behave next time it gets to this level. Price kind of reacted quite nicely from there, but the compression that is creating on the way up, it may lead to then eventually to another sell. Of course, there's more room to go somewhere in here as well, if that's what he wants to go or to do. This level, it was fresh, price reacted from there. He didn't really manage to break new walls at this point, right? So cautious in there. But personally, I would like to see price getting closer to this to these lows, kind of enter into this compression where price actually paused. Don't really tells me anything. Okay, we actually reacted from the base of this, but in here it looks like it's middle compression. I'd like to see price going a little bit farther down. So eventually, that's what I will be looking for on the Aussie, for price to continue, eventually break these lows, and to continue to go down. Either test this level or going even all the way through there. There's maybe still orders at these highs in here that price can go and use. So it's going to be interesting to see how price is going to behave around there. What kind of approaches we are going to have or not towards that level, in order to look for another sell opportunity. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for on the Aussie personally. What else? What else do we have? Dollar CAD. Nothing to say in dollar CAD, to be honest. Similar to euro as well. It's in this range. Doesn't really move much. It's respecting those levels. I'm looking for price to go a little bit higher. Yes, there was orders at around this supply zone in there after we had this fake out, so price went there straight away, took it. Good move. Yeah, good move. But nothing much for me. I'm again waiting to see price moving away from all this level. I think I would like to see new higher highs being created on the CAD before maybe a major turn that may occur, and then maybe price can go there or even feel all this level. Again, going below this low, and then maybe from here can go higher. Yeah, I would like to see price going a little bit higher, maybe closer to that level. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen on the CAD. So yeah. Yeah, right. It's a tricky one at this point. It's one of those that needs to break through away from this range. So kind of, yeah, I agree with you, Pedro. it can go all the way through. There's literally more room even to go higher, the same way that can still go further down. It's kind of in the middle. It's not the easiest one. This one, okay, this one is already moved, taken. Where all these walls kind of reacted. It's okay. It's an important level of support resistance in there. Again, personally, I remember I was looking for price to go actually a little bit farther down, not really to stop in here, but actually go a little bit farther down. That never occurred. Price kind of just paused on the zone above it. That's okay. Yeah, price can go there. There's maybe even something in here that price can even use still. Then maybe it can go higher again. Yeah, we will see. We will see what's going to happen. I need price to evolve, to move, to start looking for better opportunities. Dollar franc Swiss. It's reacting from this low. Yeah, it's basically the low that created all this move to the upside and eventually created these highs again. Testing quite a few times, it retests the base of this level. Eventually, I would like to see price continue to go down, maybe to create a new lower low in there. But so far, we have such a strong compression here. This is the supply level that I still want to see being taken. Something in here. I want to see that one being taken. If you do take that level, maybe there's a chance for price to eventually, maybe first of all, maybe take all these levels and go higher all the way until there, with the potential to even fill all that range in there. Yeah, they can even go there, maybe take this low and then go there altogether, until somewhere in here, and even can take this high and react from here instead, and then maybe resume to move to the downside. So it's something that can occur. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it. I wouldn't be surprised if price does that. So yeah, it's taking basically a month to create all this move down. I believe that eventually is going to create maybe just in 1 day or something like that. In half a day, we may have that strong of a move to the upside that's going to fill all this range that has been created on the way down. So yeah, if you do find that opportunity, the trigger to eventually break out this, maybe you are in a really good trade on that particular day. So yeah, keeping an eye on the dollar index, on the dollar franc Swiss. It's another one to look at. Gold respected the high. Personally, I think there's a little bit more room to the upside. Don't really know where gold is reacting to. I don't really like the level. I would like to see maybe price going a little bit higher to 1,800, maybe 33 or 34, something like that. So I wouldn't be surprised. We actually already broke this low. I can see how this compression on the way up, which eventually is going to make gold going maybe all the way until here, 1,740 maybe, refilling all this level. We have broken this low in here, kind of broke a little bit that low in there as well. Yeah, so at this point we respect this level. So yeah, curious to see if eventually we do now have this double top. So if something like this could happen, it would be great eventually to fill all this range, and it's another type of setup or opportunity, maybe for the next few weeks to look at on gold, and maybe that can be a great trade, opportunity. Maybe targeting the low of this week all the way until there, and then eventually price can now decide, and if it wants to continue to go higher, it can go higher. But yes, eventually filling out that space, I think is something that it's another one that I want to be paying attention to. There's going to be that moment where you have that confirmation, and finally price is ready to fill the range of the space. You found a good one on Euro Yen, 14246, 142. 14246 on Euro Yen. Where is that? 142. Or 5. Okay, somewhere in there. Let me just take a look at this. Okay, we have the retest of this high in there. Let's see on the lower time frame. For sure, there's something. Yeah, you want to take even the high in here, man. All right, even taking this high. Okay. Are you taking the high? You are taking the high, right? 142. Are you not taking the high? Take the high, man. 4-6. Are you faking out this high or not? Come on, this needs to be faked out. Can you look at 14258 instead? Somewhere in here? Come on, if price goes there, I want to see this. I want to see this high being taken. Otherwise can be underneath it. Maybe I'm looking at something on the tick chart that I'm not looking. 142. 142. Oh yeah, now I see the range. Yeah, between. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Just take this high. Yeah, take the high. If prices actually wants to go there, and it can definitely. I actually like it. Maybe using this walls in here, and it's not visible on the other time frames. It looks like there's nothing in there, which is always a good point. It's always good when it's kind of invisible on the lower time frame. But yeah, but on 1 hour time frame is actually the last high, so why not taking this high instead? Yeah, yep. Yeah, keeping an eye on that level. Keeping an eye on that level. Thank you, Freden. Yeah, going to be keeping an eye on that one as well. Yeah, gold, you are talking about gold again. 1811. Yeah, that's still underneath these highs, right? $1,811. Yeah, under test of this. $1,816. Or why not go all the way until there? Okay, I like what I see here. We had a little bit of a manipulation in there, so this could be a level 1811. $1,811.30. Come on. Yeah, underneath here I could go all the way there. Yeah, I can see what you are looking at. Yeah, I like this move like this. We had this high, low, and kind of price kind of just literally goes above it and crashes straight away by reacting by this supply as well. Of course, there's maybe something even at the extreme in here to look for, but there's maybe something in there for sure. There's maybe something in here. Price paused in here. The price never really got higher to pick up these orders. This is also this previous level in here that it just broke through. Yeah, eventually actually did price even reach this level? I don't think price has taken even the base of that, which can be interesting. Yeah, I don't think price even touched that level. Yeah, come on, man. Okay, we'll like this. Go away. Yep, that one. Yeah, there's something in here that price can look at. There's this demand zone in here at the lows as well. So gold would react from there. Still. Yeah, something in between these levels. So let's see. Let's see what's next. Let's see what's next on gold. Now, where this high reacted from, I'm, again, as I mentioned, not really sure about that. We did break this level, reacted from there. I think price is taking quite nicely the demands along the way, and eventually we can go definitely all the way until somewhere in here. Targeting something in here. Yeah. Going below that wall. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what's next for gold. Why not take the low first, then maybe yes, retrace to that level, and then drop. So yeah, keeping an eye on what may happen in here on gold. That's basically it. But yeah, looking at Ethereum and BTC. Yeah, maybe a little bit more room to the upside. We did broke this high before the drop. And Ethereum, I think I would have liked to see actually this was being taken before maybe a move upwards. That hasn't happened yet. It's maybe key levels in there. Maybe a level in here to pay attention to. That's basically taken in there. Yeah, so we'll see how price is. Again, it's a big spike in here. It's hard to even analyze this. It's quite hard actually. Again, in here there's maybe still some kind of level of supply. Price kind of may have broken this level. Is price going there? I kind of like this level in here by any chance. If eventually price gets there. Yeah, not really sure about. Yeah, it's hard. I would definitely prefer to see price going a little bit farther down before maybe going upwards. But it just broke these highs, so maybe something in there. It's the next move for Ethereum, Bitcoin. Bitcoin quite different. Bitcoin actually respected quite nicely this supply, didn't really broke above anything in order to lead price to go there. There's maybe something else and something more to look at at this level that price can use to look for sales. We have this demand which price didn't really reach in there with this low, so keeping an eye on that one. Price at this one, price take it already. Again, so many spikes in here. Yeah, not easiest PA to trade around in here. Yeah, this was a nice level where price reacted from all the way through to this level. Yeah, nothing much. On the 4-hour time frame on BTC, it actually reacted from a nice level. This actually is the origin that made all this move to the downside. So even though it kind of broke above this high, didn't really broke the level, which was that level. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we manage to go a little bit more farther down or not and break these lows. Maybe that would be an option. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, that's basically it, guys. Hopefully price is going to evolve a little bit more, even though I'm not really have that expectation for next week. I think it's going to be another quiet week without many movements. Even though sometimes, actually, I don't remember when was it. There was a few years ago. There was quite a big move during by the end of the year. I think it was even in here on the end. There's this big spike in a few yen pairs back in 2018-19. It's a massive move down, like big spike. It basically destroyed everything in terms of PA for the next few days. So yeah, we never know, right? We never know. Sometimes there are actually good momentums being created when we least expect. So yeah, I'm going to be around. If I find a good opportunity, most likely I'm going to take it, but I'm going to be spending more time finding goals and journaling and reviewing the year. I'm going to try to focus more on that this week. With that being said, yeah, next stream on Tuesday. So I'm going to be back on Tuesday, 27. Yeah, nothing else to say. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a good one. Enjoy with your families. And yeah, time to review. Time to be grateful. It was another year, another big, full of adventures and new things that occurred during this year, new connections. So I wish you all the best to you and your families. Yeah, thank you, Faden. Thank you, man. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everyone. I'll see you on Tuesday. So time to relax. Time to be grateful. I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you as well for everyone that is subscribed to the channel. I will be creating more content next year. I have that in my plan, and hopefully I'll be managing to grow the account, the channel as well, with your help. And yeah, keep growing, keep helping traders along the way. Yeah, wishing everyone all the best. Thank you. I'll see you next time. Obrigado.